Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. I'm trying to see if you can see the cards I'm going to be using. The top deck is the Fairy Tarot cards. Happy Sunday everybody. I've been drawn to this colour, pink, purple, pink and purple. So we're going to play with these cards today. Happy Sunday everybody. Cheers to the channel of lovers. I feel my coffee's a little bit strong, and it says on my cup, espresso yourself. And when you have an espresso, isn't that like a strong shot of coffee? Happy Sunday, Christine. Hello, beautiful. Hello, darling. Okay, anyway, cheers. Cheers to love. So, these are the cards we're going to play with. I have no specific questions that I feel drawn to ask. So let's see what we need to be aware of. A very nice pink, light-hearted energy. It's like pale pinky purples, masculine, feminine energy. The book looks a bit worn out. Okay, the energy of like being sick of doing things by the book. So wanting to break out of the societal box of what people believe and perceive to be the norm. So breaking out of that box. Just going to do it. Okay, got two cards there. Alrighty then, we're just going to do it. Let's do it. Let's. Hello, Benjamin. How are you doing today? Okay. As you can see, we're not looking at the cards just yet. There's this energy of like someone pulling the other one along. Like not dragging them. It's like a force that's so strong. So it's like a magnetism. I'm taken to like the yin yang. I was watching a train go past, and it was going past slowly, but it was like there was the first carriage and it was pulling along the second carriage. It's like things are moving along quickly now, and it's by this force. So you're not being pushed, you're being pulled. And it took me to like the yin yang energy. So if you have a look at the yin yang, like both of them have a little portion of the other that they have with them at all times. But when the yin yang are close, there's this magnetism that just clocks into place, locks into place. So there's this energetic pull that I'm feeling. We haven't even looked at any cards yet. So I mean, momentum. There's the card now. Please tell me your name. My name is Lucy. I go to the romance angels now. I sometimes like doing a reading like this, pulling the cards beforehand, but then the reading can, I feel, be over a bit quicker because I'm not like channeling along the way. I will channel along the way, which is what I'm doing, and we'll have a look at each card one by one, step by step. We'll uncover what's on these cards and what we need to know. And also, because if I'm channeling as, you know, I pull one card, I'm putting my energy into that, I'm tapping into that energy. The next card is, you know, when it comes out and it's related. But this is like, let's get all the cards at once. So there's no kind of directing it with my thoughts along the way. This is Oh, written in the cards. Thank you very much. That's the other deck of box. The other deck of box? Box of deck? They're the other cards I wanted to use. So, thank you. It's like a board game, should we say that? It's a game that you can play. But anything like that are used as divination tools. So, did we get a romance angel? We did. Let's go to daily guidance from your angels. Hey Steve, how are you doing? And then we have a Rumi message. And how it normally works, our kind of norm, because of our belief behind it, is I'll finish with this Rumi message. But you normally find that the message resonates with the reading, the other cards. Because it's a kind of magic. Right then. There it is. Let's get these written in the cards, and we'll start off with these. I'll show you the box colour I was drawn to, was this colouring here. I'm coming into the purples and picking up on this green. Is it green? Turquoise, blue. The Wandering Fool. Okay, let's, there's a lot of cards, so there's half of them. We put them there. It's like I'm preparing to do a magic trick. I'm ready now. Okay, let's do it then. We'll click our fingers and like that. Magic. Okay. The Haunted. In reverse is Police Officer, but the Haunted. That took me to like being haunted by spirits. So, you know, keep receiving messages, get on and do it. Giving you that motivation. Haunted by messages. Star. Regarding really that you have star quality. There's like a star out there with your name on it. Okay, that's just for you. That would be like your divine counterpart. But you're seeing that you're part of that starring role. So I'm going to say signs, synchronicities are haunting you. Like, a tower's going to hit, if it hasn't already. Like, the shit's going to hit the fan. And you're best just to stand back and, yeah, watch where the chips fall. Allow the chips to fall where they want to. Because I'm also taken to, like, the North Star. And following, you know, the wise man would follow the star. Leads him straight to Mother Mary. Okay. We have anchor. This part here takes me to when you have to anchor in your energy. So you need to ground yourself. Because if you're connecting with spirits, you're in a different vibrational alignment for one to be able to do that. So let's go back to the yin yang that I was talking about. This pull, this magnetism, and we have legend. Okay, so you have your own star. It's yours, made just for you. It's like just twinkling there in the sky. Hey Moon Cookie, happy Sunday to the channel of love. Cheers, Lucy. Watching you on the big screen while I get my Sunday dinner prepared. Oh, that sounds delicious. I'm on my own for dinner tonight, so yes, I shall prepare myself something. I'm not sure what, but I will be fed. Okay. We have legends here. Legacy. legend. That's a story, isn't it? That's retold. You're such a legend. It's that star quality in you. But it's taken me to King Arthur. How do you know if you're the rightful one? Well, you do it. You get that star glowing. That's how you know. Is do you set that star alight? Can you pull that sword from the stone? Okay, so that's from that side. And it has the judgmental. I'd say that's being harsh on yourself. Look at this, the perfect package you have, but are you viewing yourself as like not being quite the perfect package yourself? You don't see yourself, but you're the only person that can pull that sword from that stone. Right, let's have a look at these cards then. Let's take written, but I saw the word kitten. Okay. We have the forgiving. That's what makes you such a jewel. For one, I felt the feminine's energy is just so forgiving. She doesn't really view that there's anything to forgive. It's part of life's journey and trials, challenges, tests. It's all what makes us. You need to forgive yourself because we have this judgmental energy here. As if you're not like the complete package, the perfect package, even though, you know, your perfect package is shining bright. It's about working on your own insecurities and seeing that you're like a diamond in the rough. A jewel. Now, let me turn the card back round because it was this way round, and the card underneath is the modest. The modest. You say to people, don't you, don't be so modest. I'm going to have a look at the word modest. It's like I like to know what we're talking about here. The modest. I need some glasses. I've got them. Of course, I have everything that I need at my disposal. But it's like, when you say that, it's like disposal is when you throw something away. You have everything that you need to hand. It's up to you whether you throw that away and you what word wants to come through? I don't think it's an actual word. She says that she has the dictionary on her lap. I can't even remember the word now. Let's have a look at this one. Modest. That's all mocker. Not vain or boastful, not excessive, not showy, shy. The modest, the shy. Too shy, shy, hush, hush, are you are. Too shy, shy, hush, hush, are you are. I'm going to see what different words we could use. Bashful. Oh, like one of the dwarfs. Bashful. Coy. Demure. I don't know what that word means, modest, but shy. Diffident. Reserved. Reticent. Retiring. Self-effacing. Shy. Oh, okay. So the first one, adjective 1, unpretentious. That was bashful, coy, demure, diffident, reserved, reticent, retiring, self-effacing, shy. Number 2 is moderate, fair, limited, middling, ordinary, small, unexceptional. I don't really feel any of us want to be viewed as being, you know, unexceptional. Ordinary, small. I don't feel that's the life for you that's been kind of written in the cards for you. So, shall we find out? Reindeer. That's something to do. Has somebody been watching that program on Netflix, which I have actually not really watched Netflix or any programs in a while? That's just come to mind. I haven't watched any like television in a while. Oh, we do watch like maybe 10-15 minutes while we're having our dinner, but it's normally what the kids want to watch. Oh, they played a song earlier. Okay, and it was playing, and on their mix they have a mixture of, you know, you could have a Benny King with like Stand By Me, and then the song that came on, and I looked over at the phone so that I could get the name of it, so I could Google it in my phone, which I've done, so, but I remember anyway. It's by Brucey, and it's called No More Excuses. But I wanted to tell you first before I share it on the community tab, because it's kind of, you know, a bit more modern than the stuff that I normally share, but it was, yeah, No More Excuses. I'll share that. But there's something on the Baby Reindeer, is it called? So, I haven't watched it. I'm not sure if I will watch it. I don't feel drawn to. Not intriguing enough. Not intriguing enough. Okay, right. I've heard like a summary of it though, so I do kind of know what the script is, and just chose not to watch it really. It sounded a bit all over the place. So you had these two, and then you had these 4, and I feel like these messages are for both. Oh, okay. Romance, daily guidance. Yeah, I could get that. As in, like, I feel the feminine's in this romantic, forgiving state of being. Masculine needs guidance. We'll put that one there. Let's have a look at this card. This is from the Romance Angels, True Love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Recognising it, knowing it, he does as well. I mean, this can be for both of you. It's I'm not splitting the cards up. It's just a feel. Well, let's not do that. Let's not split anything up that wants to be together, that's being pulled together. True love. All true love needs is a chance, and when it senses any opportunity of that chance, it will take it. And you'll have no control. True love says, get out of my way. That's talking to your ego. Get out of my way. I want to experience this. This is for me, this lifetime, and I'm going to have it. I'm going to accept it. True love. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. You've pulled this card because true and lasting love is here for you. Now that personally answers your question, Moon Cookie, that you asked me on our video call. You pulled this card because true and lasting love is here for you. If your question was about a specific person, then this card serves as validation of the relationship's divine nature. This individual has genuine love for you, and you both can overcome the issues that arise. This is especially the case if you can express your feelings through attributes such as kindness, compassion and courtesy toward each other. For instance, having honest conversations will be an expression of your true love, even if it involves discussing uncomfortable topics. If you're currently seeking a relationship, this card offers you assurance that true love is on its way. Keep the faith that a wonderful relationship is destined to come to you, and don't compromise with an unsuitable partner. It's essential that you treat yourself well by taking excellent care of yourself, for the foundation of a true love relationship is two people who cherish who they are. How beautiful. Hello, beautiful Sherry. Happy Sunday, darling. Hello, happy Sunday. Oh, I hope you're doing well, sweetie. Okay, let's go to the daily guidance from your angels. Assertiveness. This situation can be healed gently. Let me just put the card down. This situation can be healed gently and with love, as you've requested, yet there's also a need for your strength and truthfulness with the other people involved. We will stand right behind you as you speak your truth, giving you strength and guiding your words. You're in a bit of a rut, are you, darling? Interesting position to be in. I spoke to my daughter about this earlier because it came through. Not that I was actually speaking to her regarding it. I was like, speaking over my thoughts. Something kind of like generated that conversation to start up. And it was, when we're kind of in a challenging situation and we're sure that there's not a solution, and we're trying to rack our brains and desperately look for that solution, we go into action. It's like survival mode, defensive mode. But really, if you just go and paint a picture, just relax, trust that a solution will come forward when you just surrender. It's like, oh, it's all good. The divine's going to give you that solution, get you out of that rut, and it just comes to you. Not just one solution, but many. Allow the divine to handle things. Let me have a look at this this message here. Assertiveness. Now, I felt the energy of, as I was flicking through the Romance Angels book, I saw Calling in Your Soulmate, and I felt this energy of feeling as if you're being pulled to come back together. And this takes me to the Pied Piper energy. So blowing and actually when I was on a video call to Moon Cookie, a card came up. I think it was a wisdom card, and she was playing the flute, and I made mention of a Pied Piper kind of, it's time, it's a calling. Sherry, applying for a new job, 2 prospects, just posted up my laptop. The right position, darling. It's coming. Assertiveness. You drew this card because you were asking about a situation where you felt victimized. The angels are saying that the situation can only be rectified if you clearly communicate your needs and expectations to others. It's possible to be both angelic and assertive if you call upon the angels for courage and guidance whenever you intend to speak your truth. With practice, loving assertiveness becomes easy. The additional meanings for this card: face the situation directly, read a book or take a class on assertiveness training, replace aggressive or passive-aggressive behaviour with assertiveness, handle conflict with honesty and love, tell the truth to yourself and others. This situation is an opportunity for personal and spiritual growth. This situation is an opportunity for personal and spiritual growth. So let's have a look at this oracle card. Find balance. Find the balance between your work, rest and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. Because when you relax and surrender, the divine spirits can talk to you. Take a nap. Reset. I totally forgot about those tarot cards there. I'm trying to look for the book. I imagine I just put the... Whereabouts is the book, please? Oh, I'm not sure. Okay, maybe we'll come back to that. Just put it... Oh, it's right there. It's right in front of me. Find balance. Can you hear the laughing outside? We're having a heat wave. The neighbours are out in their garden. There's quite a gathering of men. There seems to be male out there having a barbecue. They haven't played much music. They're more talking. The men are talking. Okay, find the balance between your work, rest and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. You've probably heard this before. Does it apply to you or someone you know? Are you working too hard and not allowing time for rest and play? Are you feeling bored, or are you in danger of becoming boring? Be truthful with yourself when answering. Even though fairies are known to be super hard workers, they also know how to rest and play. The fairies are flying in now to remind you to take a break and give your body and mind a well-deserved rest. The problem with work is that once you've completed one task, there's always another waiting, a bit like housework. Even though it may feel as though you need to rush to get everything done, taking some time out can actually give you more energy to complete the task at hand. Fairies love to snooze, and they're telling you that 40 winks in the afternoon, also known as a power nap, could be beneficial for you. The strong message here is to get some rest. This card could also be saying that you're playing too much. Perhaps you're procrastinating when you ought to be working. You need to be really honest with yourself about this, as only you will know if you have the right balance of work, rest and play in your life. I was taken to the advert for a Mars bar. A Mars a day helps you work, rest and play. And Mars being like the planet of the divine masculine. So I think, before we go any further, I think we should read a bit of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. Especially the beginning bit, where it tells us about, what's happened. This might make more sense to you. Whereabouts is that book? I've just remembered that I was going to lend my daughter's friend a personal development book, and I forgot to give it to my daughter to give to her. So I need to find a way to get her a book. If she's asked for a personal development book because she feels she needs it, it should be. It's just my little reminders. Okay. So let's have a look at Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. A practical guide for improving communications and getting what you want in your relationships. So, I'm going past the introduction. We're going to chapter 1. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Find balance. And look, she's reading a book there, isn't she? Well, she's not. She's smiling. Like, it's kind of the energy as I read the book. Take it in. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole book. I'm just going to read until I feel drawn to stop. Okay, chapter 1. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Imagine that men are from Mars and women are from Venus. One day long ago, the Martians, looking through their telescopes, discovered the Venusians. Just glimpsing the Venusians awakened feelings they had never known. They fell in love and quickly invented space travel and flew to Venus. The Venusians welcomed the Martians with open arms. They had intuitively known that this day would come. Their hearts opened wide to a love they had never felt before. The love between the Venusians and Martians was magical. They delighted in being together, doing things together, and sharing together. Though from different worlds, they revelled in their differences. They spent months learning about each other, exploring and appreciating their different needs, preferences, and behaviour patterns. For years, they lived together in harmony and love. Then they decided to fly to Earth. In the beginning, everything was wonderful and beautiful, but the effects of Earth's atmosphere took hold. And one morning, everyone woke up with a peculiar kind of amnesia, selective amnesia. Both the Martians and Venusians forgot that they were from different planets and were supposed to be different. In one morning, everything they had learned about their differences was erased from their memory, and since that day, men and women have been in conflict. Remembering our differences. Without the awareness that we are supposed to be different, men and women are at odds with each other. We usually become angry or frustrated with the opposite sex because we have forgotten this important truth. We expect the opposite sex to be more like ourselves. We desire them to want what we want and feel the way we feel. We mistakenly assume that if our partners love us, they will react and behave in certain ways, the ways we react and behave when we love someone. This attitude sets us up to be disappointed again and again and prevents us from taking the necessary time to communicate lovingly about our differences. Men mistakenly expect women to think, communicate, and react the way men do. Women mistakenly expect men to feel, communicate, and respond the way women do. We have forgotten that men and women are supposed to be different. As a result, our relationships are filled with unnecessary friction and conflict. Clearly recognising and respecting these differences dramatically reduce confusion when dealing with the opposite sex. When you remember that men are from Mars and women are from Venus, everything can be explained. An overview of our differences. Throughout this book, I will discuss in great detail our differences. Each chapter will bring you new and crucial insights. Here are the major differences that we will explore. In chapter 2, we will explore how men's and women's values are inherently different and try to understand the two biggest mistakes we make in relating to the opposite sex. Men mistakenly offer solutions and invalidate feelings, while women offer unsolicited advice and direction. Through misunderstanding our Martian, Venusian background, it becomes obvious why men and women unknowingly make these mistakes. By remembering these differences, we can correct our mistakes and immediately respond to each other in more productive ways. In chapter 3, we'll discover the different ways men and women cope with stress. While Martians tend to pull away and silently think about what's bothering them, Venusians feel an instinctive need to talk about what's bothering them. You will learn new strategies for getting what you want at these conflicting times. We will explore how to motivate the opposite sex in chapter 4. Men are motivated when they feel needed, while women are motivated when they feel cherished. We will discuss the 3 steps for improving relationships and explore how to overcome our greatest challenges. Men need to overcome their resistance to giving love, while women must overcome their resistance to receiving it. In chapter 5, you'll learn how men and women commonly misunderstand each other because they speak different languages. A Martian Venusian phrase dictionary is provided to translate commonly misunderstood expressions. You will learn how men and women speak and even stop speaking for entirely different reasons. Women will learn what to do when a man stops talking, and men will learn how to listen better without becoming frustrated. In chapter 6, you will discover how men and women have different needs for intimacy. A man gets close, but then inevitably needs to pull away. Women will learn how to support this pulling away process so he will spring back to her like a rubber band. Women also will learn the best times for having intimate conversations with a man. We will explore in chapter 7 how a woman's loving attitudes rise and fall rhythmically in a wave motion. Men will learn how correctly to interpret these sometimes sudden shifts of feeling. Men also will learn to recognise when they are needed the most and how to be skillfully supportive at those times without having to make sacrifices. In chapter 8, you'll discover how men and women... Let me just have a drink. Oh. Hello, is that AI reading or is that you? No, it's me. But I do feel like someone's speaking through me rather quickly. I just realised my lips were like just a little bit numb. Let's carry on, because this all has a... Well, this is fantastic, really. It's an overview of our differences. In chapter 8, you'll discover how men and women give the kind of love they need and not what the opposite sex needs. Men primarily need a kind of love that is trusting, accepting and appreciative. Women primarily need a kind of love that is caring, understanding and respectful. You will discover the 6 most common ways you may unknowingly be turning off your partner. In chapter 9, we will explore how to avoid painful arguments. Men will learn that by acting as if they are always right, they may invalidate a woman's feelings. Women will learn how they unknowingly send messages of disapproval instead of disagreement, thus igniting a man's defences. The anatomy of an argument will be explored, along with many practical suggestions for establishing supportive communication. Chapter 10 will show how men and women keep score differently. Men will learn that for Venusians, every gift of love scores equally with every other gift, regardless of size. Instead of focusing on one big gift, men are reminded that the little expressions of love are just as important. 101 ways to score points with women are listed. Women, however, will learn to redirect their energies into ways that score big with men by giving men what they want. In chapter 11, you learn ways to communicate with each other during difficult times. The different ways men and women hide feelings are discussed along with the importance of sharing feelings. The love letter technique is recommended for expressing negative feelings to your partner as a way of finding greater love and forgiveness. You will understand why Venusians have a more difficult time asking for support in chapter 12, as well as why Martians commonly resist requests. You will learn how the phrases could you and can you turn off men and what to say instead. You will learn the secrets for encouraging a man to give more and discover in various ways the power of being brief, direct, and using the correct wording. In chapter 13, you'll discover the 4 seasons of love. This realistic perspective of how love changes and grows will assist you in overcoming the inevitable obstacles that emerge in any relationship. You will learn how your past or your partner's past can affect your relationship in the present and discover other important insights for keeping the magic of love alive. In each chapter of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, you will discover new secrets for creating loving and lasting relationships. Each new discovery will increase your ability to have fulfilling relationships. I feel like we're ending with this. We're going to end with this last little part here, okay? And it kind of finishes up the chapter. Good intentions are not enough. Falling in love is always magical. It feels eternal, as if love will last forever. We naively believe that somehow we are exempt from the problems our parents had, free from the odds that love will die, assured that it is meant to be, and that we are destined to live happily ever after. But as the magic recedes and daily life takes over, it emerges that men continue to expect women to think and react like men, and women expect men to feel and behave like women. Without a clear awareness of our differences, we do not take the time to understand and respect each other. We become demanding, resentful, judgmental, and intolerant. With the best and most loving intentions, love continues to die. Somehow the problems creep in, the resentments build, communications break down, mistrust increases, rejection and repression result. The magic of love is lost. We ask ourselves, how does it happen? Why does it happen? Why does it happen to us? To answer these questions, our greatest minds have developed brilliant and complex philosophical and psychological models, yet still the old patterns return. Love dies. It happens to almost everyone. Each day, millions of individuals are searching for a partner to experience that special loving feeling. Each year, millions of couples join together in love and then painfully separate because they have lost that loving feeling. From those who are able to sustain love long enough to get married, only 50% stay married. Out of those who stay together, possibly another 50% are not fulfilled. They stay together out of loyalty and obligation, or from the fear of starting over. Very few people indeed are able to grow in love, yet it does happen. When men and women are able to respect and accept their differences, then love has a chance to blossom. Through understanding the hidden differences of the opposite sex, we can more successfully give and receive the love that is in our hearts. By validating and accepting our differences, creative solutions can be discovered whereby we can succeed in getting what we want. And more important, we can learn how to best love and support the people we care about. Love is magical, and it can last if we remember our differences. Hi Gal Gal, hello Channel of Love, happy Sunday, beautiful. That was beautiful, wasn't it? So, I am now going to go to the 2 tarot cards that we have. And we will finish this reading off with the Rumi message. That's right now. Right here, right now, right here, right now is the King of Pentacles. Hello. Hello, mister. He's compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, and gifted. He sees his star quality. Well, he always saw his star quality. It's like his ego just got in the way. His ego's the one that helped him to see that star quality. But now it's kind of stopping him from accepting that as a truth, is that he's just great. Be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way, a good person or company to work for, and you know it. Know your worth. So, be assertive. It's like with, Sherry looking for a job, and she's applying for jobs. There you go, applying for a new job. 2 prospects just posted up on her laptop. 2 prospects that she can go and interview. My daughter Megan, she's looking for a job, a new role. And it's like, you remember that you're interviewing them. Go and check it out. Is this the kind of environment that you'll be happy, to spending your time, putting your energy into? Because when you know your energy is precious, it's a gift to have such a star, a light working within, their corporation. A good person or company to work for. You're a good person, okay, and good company to have around. They'd be crazy fools to not see that. And if they don't see that, then next. It doesn't matter to you, does it? You know your worth. Let's read this King of Pentacles energy. Men are from Mars. The King of Autumn. The King of Autumn is an odd bird. That's what it says. The King of Autumn is an odd bird. He certainly has the Midas touch in entrepreneurial endeavours. However, unlike so many in the business world, his Midas touch affected his own heart, and it turned to gold. Now he's out to save the world. He can manage hundreds of people at once and still take out the recycling while calling his congressman to give him an earful. He is charming to a fault and will help anyone who asks. Hurt an animal and you'll find yourself on his bad side. And you don't want to be there. Trust us. The king this king loves the finer things in life and therefore tends to work very hard. Too hard. Okay. Find balance now. You deserve a break. You deserve to have some fun. Come now. Find the balance between your work, rest and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony and productivity in your life. The message of this card was it was important for you to take a rest, have a break. So this king loves the finer things in life and therefore tends to work very hard, too hard. And I mean, it actually does say that, look. Where's your spouse, you ask? Oh, he's at the office. He's on the road. He's at that protest march. Don't worry. He'll get back home. Eventually. The King of Autumn sits on his throne with fully mature grapes hanging all around him. The grapes symbolise the abundance he has created, while the German Shepherd at his side reflects his ability to safeguard his prosperity. So that takes me then to the Haunted here, but it was like a police dog. The German Shepherd. But I'm taken to, like, you know, following the star. The shepherd saw the star, the North Star, shining bright over the location. Follow that star. Now a Peter Pan in it. We're off to Neverland. Going to find all the lost boys. Which then takes me to Avalon, which was an island full of divine feminines who helped the masculines to heal. Off to Avalon to heal. Okay, the additional meanings of this card: a generous and compassionate employer, a natural business sense, fighting for what's right, a thriving career, nearing retirement. Okay, let's have a look at this this other card here. We have the Queen of Summer. We have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Look at the differences. It's not the King and Queen of Autumn. It's the King of Autumn. He has his own plans, service work to do. That energy of like, where's your husband? Don't worry, he'll be back. He's just off, you know, doing that protest march, doing what he does, which isn't the same as what you do. But, you know, your coming together is important. It gives you the, I want to say like the impetus. Is that the right word? I'm just going to have a look at that word. It spoke about, you know, like speaking like a different language. So there's like a dictionary within, I mean, grab yourself a copy of Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. It's very enlightening. Wanting to understand how, you know, you work, each other works differently. The impetus. I'm trying to think now what I want for my dinner. I'm not actually sure. I have this like feeling I want to take myself out for a meal. It's like, well, I don't really feel like getting like ordering food to come to be delivered. I'm not quite sure. What's the time? Oh my goodness, I didn't even see. Sorry guys, your comments. Let me just come forward. I'm thinking about eating. That's interesting. Hashika. Hi there, I hope you are doing well. I'd like to ask if interior design a great profession for me, which you've just deleted. But I was actually going to ask you, what do you feel about that? I mean, if the thought of being an interior designer has like come to mind enough for you to actually ask me, I'd say it was like a yes. Follow your passion. What do you love doing? And you're not bothered whether or not, you know, you earn any money from it. Like, you just, let's take money out of the equation completely. This is coming from like a Venusian, a Venus, from the planet of Venus. Let's take money out of it, because that stuff happens on Mars. So for us Venusians, it's love, isn't it? Love. It's love that makes the world go round. So what do you find yourself, you know, doing quite naturally? Mine will be talking to people and just being beautiful with people. I love doing that. I love doing this. You know, not needing to earn an income from it. I do it regardless. Passion. I'm still looking up this word here. Yeah, impetus. Not impetuous, it's impetus. That's what I said. And it means incentive, catalyst, goad, impulse, motivation, push, spur, stimulus, force, energy, momentum, power. He's got the power. And then we have the beautiful loving. So he has compassionate, she has loving. He has accomplished, she has comforting. He has charismatic, she has emotional. He has gifted, she has intuitive. These beautiful sunflowers here. Listen to your heart. Intuitive insights you can trust. Taking care of others, perhaps too much. Can you see now why you really don't need to take care of the divine masculine's needs, because they're different to yours? Once you know what his needs are for you to remain who you are. Let him be him, you be you. Stop trying to take care of him. If you really want to know how to take care of your man, then you do the research, don't you? You want to be that good partner, that loving, caring, not the pain in the arse. Okay, I'm just going to have a look at these messages. Sherry, darling, exactly. This is exactly why I need to make a change. Yeah. Gonna make a change. And who's it start with? The man or the woman in the mirror, isn't it? Okay, so Harshika, I get pulled between something creative and something with studies, even though I'm in love with interior design. Sometimes I'm in doubt. I don't understand why you can't do both. Why does it have to be one or the other? So, and you're not really going to know until, like, you try and you start doing it, because you could have a passion for years, couldn't you? That you think is, you know, what you're wanting to do, and then first day on the job, it's like, that's what happened to Megan. She went into a job, thought it was going to be absolutely ideal for her, got there and said, I'm not doing this. And then went through all the emotional anguish of having to get herself out of that situation. When people have, like, you know, gone out of their way to get this position for her. It's like, you don't allow guilt to hold you back from fulfilling what feels right. And she couldn't really come up with anything to say, actually, to explain why it just wasn't going to work. And I said, because it just doesn't feel right. Why can't that be enough? It just doesn't feel right. Tried it? Don't think so. I mean, studies should be something that's a continuous thing anyway. Should never stop studying, learning. Okay. And the thing is, when you tap into your creative energy, the insights you're going to receive whilst you're in that zone will give you the answers that you're seeking. Crack on with something creative, okay? And the studying will come through that. You'll be guided. Okay. So the Queen of Summer. Should we read about the Queen of Summer? So we have the the Queen of Love, women are from Venus. And then we've got men are from Mars, the King of Pentacles. The King of the Earth, of the planet Mars. The love of Venus. And guys, you saw me pull these cards at the beginning. You. Lucy, don't join in with the men. The men. Okay. Graceful, darling. Okay. That's really great advice. Thank you. It just, I don't know. It seems like the most, should I say, logical thing to do. Is just follow, just try it. Try. Keep trying. do a Thomas Edison, yeah? Keep trying and trying and trying. Until, you know, you get that light bulb moment you're looking for. I'm not sure how many, I think it could be like 10,000 attempts at the light bulb. I mean, what number would you have given up on? But what Thomas Edison focused more on was seeing how many times you can not get the light bulb to light. Let's read about the Queen of Summer. It's like these books keep doing like a disappearing act on me. I've just literally had it. There it is. It's under the Thesaurus. The Queen of Summer. The Queen of Summer is beautiful and serene. You enter her presence and a sense of calm envelopes you. She radiates love and peace. The Queen also knows what you're thinking. Extremely intuitive, she understands your heart better than you do. For that reason, she makes an outstanding counsellor who can help you get clarity on whatever situation is troubling you. The Queen has a deep love for friends and family and will be there for you. In fact, she's pretty much there for everyone. Tender-hearted and charitable, she can give too much. For this reason, you may experience the Queen of Summer as an exhausted and cautious person. She has given a great deal and hasn't always been given to in equal measures. She has experienced loss, and in that loss, she may have become wiser and more discerning about whom she lets in. The Queen stands in a field surrounded by other fairies. The sunflowers indicate she can create happiness, which is why so many are vying for her attention. The additional meanings of this card: a close and trusted friend, taking on an important cause, protecting those who need assistance, being sure to give and receive, a spiritual teacher. Gal, my grandma told me, if you do what you love, you will love what you do. Yeah, that's a quote I had up when I first got into personal development. I decided to cut out all these quotes and have them lining like the top of the walls going around the room, so you would read them. It'd be like a border that went all the way around the room at the top. It may have been more like when you love what you do, you'll never work another day of your life. Do you want to know why? Because I believe when you love what you do, you'll never have to work another day of your life. Not for money anyway, because when you're in that vibration of love, cha-ching, you're in a vibration with divine abundance. There's no stopping it. Let's finish this reading, guys, with the time is 1919, which is the sun energy in the tarot. Is it the sun? I believe so. 17, 18, 19. 17 is the star, the moon is 18, and the sun is 19. Masculine's energy. Anyway, let's have a look at this card here. Ready? The Cloak of Christ, card number 4. You're under Christ's protection. Crisps. Yeah, I've already had a packet of crisps today. I'm thinking food. I'm thinking food too. Okay, card number 4. In the school of humanity, when you become intimate with God, you reside on the King's throne. There you are. Remember, you're gifted. In the school of humanity, when you become intimate with God, you reside on the King's throne and teach the angels the nature of the divine. Look at your role here, because I felt like you have like stardom. You have a starring role, and the feminine there is quite happy to allow you to fulfill your purpose. She's here to, it's like a love generation. She's here to generate love. Well, you're both here to generate that love out into the world to help future generations. That's how change occurs. Change occurs through your love. My sacred brother, he who shares my heart and yours, beating as one in harmony with the great unending love, brings you the mantle of his protection. Do you imagine that there is any part of your life, of your body, of your soul, that is outside the realm of his divine love and protection? Offer all to him. Leave nothing cast aside. He and I together receive you absolutely without condition now. The compassion born out of our own struggles tempers the karmic weight of divine justice. We have been through the same journey you are taking now, sweet divine soul. In oneness with the divine heart, we know of your efforts and your struggles. So what is bestowed upon you now is the restoration of forgiveness, of kindness, of mercy. The forgiving. My sacred brother speaks to you. He shall receive your darkness and your light, the angel of your heart and the demon of your fear. Nothing is greater than my brother's love for you. Nothing is greater than my holy passion for you. Take refuge under the cloak of Christ, the mantle of my sacred brother, and know that you are held in our loving sanctuary. So the message here is about resting. Okay. Through the fairy oracle, finding balance. Find balance. So resting. You are tired, beloved. Your soul has been ravaged inside and out, and you are succumbing to struggle that is not karmic or necessary, but a symptom of fatigue and weariness of heart, mind, body and soul. That which plagues you, whether something specific or a general nagging malaise or anxiety you cannot quite pin down, is not as powerful as you feel. You are being given a grace here and now that it may be overcome. Remember, your reactions are a symptom of your exhaustion and a sign that you need respite, sanctuary, restoration. They are not a sign that something must be done so much as a sign that something must be received, allowed. That something is healing made possible through divine protection. In this instance, protection is bestowed through the cloak of the Christ. This cloak is a sacred container that places your body and soul within the loving energy of the Christ consciousness. This unconditionally loving energy is not limited to the being bearing its name, but is shared by Rumi and many other holy ones. It is typified by wholeness. There is nothing within you that would cause the Christ to turn away from you, not even those parts of you that may fill you with fear, shame, guilt, or regret. He and Rumi are sacred brothers, loving and supportive of each other, and they see your soul as one of their family, one of their own. You are so loved by them both, equally and without measure. Can you allow yourself to take refuge in this knowledge? To feel it, not only as an idea, nourishing as that is, but as a visceral reality where you complete the sacred honouring ritual and allow yourself to feel the peace and receive healing. The knowledge of the Christ's unconditional love for you is a safe space, a place to fall into when you are struggling. It is a sacred container for your healing process, an energetic field that is stronger and more enduring than even the greatest fears or doubts. The purpose of this sacred container is to provide you with a feeling of being held, especially for those times when you are feeling that you cannot hold yourself. Sometimes we just need permission to break down, to really let go, to come apart and be dissembled, so that we can break through, be lifted up, and come together in a new, more spiritually coherent and loving form to move forward. For you, this is essential. For you, this is essential. There is a person, place, thing or belief that has come to be like a manacle around your wrist or an iron ball and leg iron, preventing you from moving forward with the grace you have earned spiritually. You are being empowered here to shed that. Don't hesitate. Let yourself be cloaked in the Christ energy and receive the spiritual assistance you deserve now. There is a reason for this. The unfolding of your life purpose is taking a turn for the better, and your energy is required to fuel that new life. This is particularly so if you are also drawn, or if you have also drawn, the Oracle of Passion for Purpose. Well, we kind of touched on that, didn't we? But I don't feel drawn to read anymore after this message. Okay, but a passion for purpose, a passion for how we're spending our time. Just remember that whenever we are asked to release something, it is because the divine wishes to fill our hearts and hands with more. Do not hold on to scraps for fear that the feast will be denied to you. Use your nose. Smell the feast awaiting you. Guys, thank you for joining me today. Let's finish with this sacred honouring ritual. Open your arms wide above your head and tip your gaze gently up towards the heavens. If you are inside, imagine or intend that you can gaze beyond the physical structure of the ceiling right into the sky that lies above. I'm having a vision right now of when I was in Florence, Italy, and the ceiling of our apartment room was, I'm going to make as the thumbnail. I shared my photo of the statue of David from my trip to Florence, and I feel like showing you the ceiling. I share a picture of the ceiling as a thumbnail. Okay, and share that song by Brucey. No More Excuses. Look out for those. So, let's start from the beginning with open your arms wide above your head and tip your gaze gently up towards the heavens. If you are inside, imagine or intend that you can gaze beyond the physical structure of the ceiling right into the sky that lies above. Lower your arms to prayer position at your heart and say aloud, if possible, Rumi and Jesus Christ, who love me without condition, offer me the cloak of the Christ, the mantle of divine protection now, that I may receive the karmic grace and healing I need through the power and mercy of your presence. Thank you. Sit quietly and imagine you are surrounded by a dark, comforting cloak. You can easily breathe through it. You can easily see light within it or filtering through it if needs be. Or you may feel comfortable in the darkness. Let it be whatever is most relaxing and soothing for you. You may even imagine it to be the night sky dappled with stars wrapping around you. Close your eyes and relax now for as long as feels good. That may be for a minute, for 15 or 20 minutes or longer. Just be with what feels appropriate and best for you at this time. When you feel you are ready to arise from your rest, simply place your hands at your heart and say thank you. You may notice strong energetic sensations or emotions during this process or in the day following. You may notice repetitive thought patterns that you need to confront and challenge with more loving thoughts. You may have significant dreams in the evening following also. It may be very subtle for you, so much so that you wonder if anything has happened and if it has worked. It has. The effects will be demonstrated at the right time. Trust. Guys, have yourself a beautiful Sunday. I will catch up with you all soon. So until then, take care, much love. Bye for now.